No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And we got my man 22G's in the building.
Yeah, ain't shit. Sniper the Blicky was good, y'all.
How you feeling?
I'm good. You know, we in LA. Whole lot of za.
A lot of Zah.
Whole lot.
You got the grabba in there though, right?
Yeah, for sure. You gotta work with that.
They used to be
Shout out
Fronto?
Grabba Mike. He going crazy on the grabba. But in New York City, we put that shit in the microwave. The I could throw it in the microwave, crisp it up, put it in a nice container for you. You walk up out of there with your spicy grabba. Y'all know how that shit go.
You have them do that for you at the bodega?
That's what I said.
Wow.
They started that shit. I thought they started it in Brooklyn, but they started that shit in the Bronx.
Wow. That's incredible. That's amazing. I had no idea that they were fucking with you like
that
that
shit.
there. No,
Ready?
I'm cool. I'm gonna try to keep my head on straight.
Like,
Smoke
grabba ain't no
after.
joke, you heard? Shit had me rapping better and shit, though, for real.
You remember when we met?
Hell yeah, I was hard as fuck the other interview, too.
No, but it was at Atlantic. They pulled me into a studio, I remember back in the day, and they're like, this is 22G's, and I met you then, and then I've been watching your whole career since then. But we met for like a brief moment before the first interview.
Say, I don't even remember. That's how hard I be. Shit crazy, son.
You started smoking more during the pandemic or something?
Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely being locked in and shit. Way more as Bubman came up with niggas for a fact.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Surely.
You had to just get more in the zone. Because you didn't used to smoke when I first met you, right? Or no?
Nah, I was smoking. Hell yeah, I've been smoking and shit. This basically what started 22G's right here. This weed shit, you heard?
Right.
Then I just turned it into rap. Facts.
That's crazy. Yeah, because, yo, I went back and I was watching, like, your first videos, like 2016. 2016 would have been the first ones?
Yeah, like 2016.
Yo, and that shit, I mean, it was just crazy looking back at that. Like, you were young as fuck, talking crazy as fuck.
Talking crazy. That shit was crazy, but I look back at it, too, like.
Right.
Yeah, that's I got a past that, you know, I'm gonna always be able to tell my kids and shit, like, yo, my past was fun as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, definitely if you had, like, a 16-year-old son, you'd be able to be like, listen, like, look at my rap video from when I was your age.
You don't wanna go down this route.
We were wildin'. Like,
Facts.
you can't tell me shit
No
that
cap.
I ain't already lived because look at this shit that I was doing. Like when you think back to that time period in your life, though, like, what really got you making rap videos and stuff? Because it's kind of crazy when you look at, like, how much of an influence you've had on the game and how early you were on so much shit. At that time, who was influencing you to make music and what made you really want to go all out and be doing music videos and shit at that age?
I'm gonna say Chicago definitely, because we was looking at all Chicago videos and shit growing up and shit. And I'm gonna say competition in Brooklyn too. Like, they wasn't per se doing drill, but it was a still competition going on with, like, the young cliques and shit within the city. You feel me? So it was our turn to show out. My shit had got 1 million views and shit, so I just kept going crazy with it. You feel me?
But, you know, yeah, there was competition, but, like, who were you hanging out with, though? And was there ever a moment where dudes were like, older dudes were kind of like, yo, like, you could be the voice for our people, you know, like, you could really do this?
Yeah, I mean, after, like, I got the first 1 million views, that's when the whole hood kind of, like, caught on, like, yo, too fake talented and shit. You feel me? It still ain't hit me, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it hit everybody else around me, like, yo, I'm nice with this shit and all. Like, it ain't hit me till, like, I got locked up in Miami and shit. Then I'm like, yo, they got me on the news, Brooklyn rapper, da-da-da. I'm about to take this shit serious when I get home. So ever since, I just been locked in.
Definitely. Yeah, like, so you were super influenced by the Chicago stuff musically, because that was one of the biggest changes, I guess, that sort of came about, like, with the whole drill wave, is like there's always been this classic New York sound, and all of a sudden there was just like a totally new sound that sort of combined some of the UK influence, some of the Chicago influence, etc.
I told niggas, I just was on YouTube one day, I clicked, I had my own style of rap, my own flows and shit. I didn't want to really sound like nobody else, you feel me? So I really just clicked the beat on YouTube. It was a UK beat, you feel me? So I was like the first young nigga from Brooklyn with the UK beat, so it just sounded different. Everybody just stuck to that. They started looking for them type of beats and just stuck on that type shit.
Had you listened to much UK music at that point up to then?
Hell no. I mean, now I just started tapping in as I got older, you feel me? Like, I'm smarter now, so I could go Google, like, yo, UK drill, da-da-da-da.
Definitely. You get love from those people? Because I feel like when I was out in the UK and stuff, that I was hearing people say, like, yo, like, dude, kids out here, they really listen to 22G's, like, a lot.
In the UK, I ain't never been out there, but they show a lot of love. They should, because we show a lot of love to the UK. You know, we really fuck with y'all beats hard. We fuck with y'all. The style is fire type shit. Shout out to the shot too, though, because that's the originator to me. Feel me?
100%. When did you first hear the word Blicky? Because that was the whole wave in the beginning. That's the craziest part, is watching this young ass kid in the videos Blicky,
Yeah.
every other word, and you know there aren't any actual Blickies in the video. I mean, there might be Blickies in the video, but there's no firearms in the video. But where did you first hear that term, and then how did it become like such a focal point for that early era of your career?
Blicky, the word, that's a New York City word. I'm not even gonna say that because they saying it in other cities too, but I'm pretty sure it started in New York City. We just really brought the word back to life. Like niggas wasn't saying that Blicky shit no more until we came back with that shit. So, you feel me? That's really what it is. Shout out to Bills Blicky though. Yeah, he said, yo, keep the strap on me like I'm Bills Blicky. You feel me? That just put the light bulb in the ear for the young niggas. We just ran with that right there.
But it did stand out. Like you really kind of like made it a brand. You know, like you really
I just really
marketed
I
it.
branded it off on some serious business type shit. You feel me?
Definitely.
Blicky on the neck, man.
There too.
All little fallen Blickies, man. Free the Blickies. You feel me?
Right. I was listening to that song, all the fallen Blickies last night.
Yeah. We went crazy on that, man. That's for the guys right there. I know they was twirling crazy up there. You feel me?
Definitely. Yeah. When you think about that, like, do you feel like you're like the thing that's kept you so motivated to keep going musically is just all the people you've lost that can't try or can't have the opportunities that you have right now?
Definitely. Long live Nick Blicky. Feel me? Young nigga, goated, heavy on the trees. Feel me? Yeah, he had these young trees driving a boat, had shit lit in the town. You feel me? He took out his glow. You feel me? But that ain't gonna stop nothing. We still going crazy. You feel me? Keep bro smiling up there.
Was that your closest friend that you lost in all this?
Nah, that wasn't my closest friend, but that was a close friend to me. That was a close friend to me.
And he was like very influential, and a lot of people really.
We love Nick in the hood though. Nick was a hood favorite. You feel me?
Yeah, that was a big one. Like that definitely probably affected a lot of people.
Yeah, it did. You feel me? Definitely affected a lot of people. Definitely up to today, but got to keep going. You feel me?
Right.
Can't show no weakness in this shit. Facts.
Definitely.
Long live Nick Blicky.
It feels like you've kind of elevated though. Like, do you feel like you have to move like completely differently? You still stay in New York most of the time?
Nah, I don't stay in New York no more.
Okay.
Yeah, I was staying in New York though through all the diss tracks, through everything else while everybody else moved out. I was the last one to leave.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't want to get out?
Nah, it's not even that. It's just, family, shit like that. Yeah. My mom kind of down to earth. She don't be with that moving out shit at first. You feel me? It got to make sense. You feel me? Shit got to make sense.
Right. But I mean, you love New York City too, right? Like,
hell yeah, I love New York. That's where I'm from.
It's got to be hard to leave that
City
energy. All that energy in New York is like,
It's fast paced. Yeah, it's crazy, son. It's crazy. It's real fast paced. You feel me? A lot of drip type of shit I like to do. You feel me? Yeah.
How you feel about Brooklyn these days though? Because it's a lot has changed since you were a kid.
It's getting real sticky in Brooklyn. Like it's getting real sticky.
Real sticky? Well, I'm talking about like the gentrification and shit. I know a lot of areas like Bed-Stuy and shit that used to be like you would never see a white person there, and now it's like they're taking over block by block.
Nah, it been happening though. I've been seeing it coming. Like we are slowly but surely you'll see it one white person. But it ain't no problem though. We don't be trying to bother them. They kind of keep us on our P's and Q's too. Like
they're gonna call the cops.
Like we know they gonna call the cops, so you got to be on more 50 now.
Right, definitely. Yeah, I mean, is it? Do you see that kind of stuff as like a give and a take? Because on one hand, yeah, maybe the area is getting safer. On the other hand, I mean, it's not the same Brooklyn that you grew up in or that you were in love with as a kid.
Niggas spinning through regardless. They don't care who they're. You heard? Niggas don't care about who's there with gentrification. If the ops is there, then that's how the streets is. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you could say that though, but why not? Hell yeah, I want my hood to get gentrified as much as it could, but the rent is just what it is in New York City that be killing everybody. It's kind of crazy out there.
Yeah, that's real. Like it's just so the cost of living is so high that like a lot of times I think about that
crazy.
In New York in general is like you used to be able to be like a broke person and live in New York and try to be creative, working on your career.
Right now, a pair of Marys cost $1,000.
Right.
Your Dior's cost like $1,250. Your Cuban costs like $25K. It's like it's crazy. Like and then
Metro
you gotta pay
card.
the rent too. It's like
Metro card like 100
Metro
plus,
card.
right?
Nah, niggas ain't doing the Metro card.
It's over.
I used to dance on the train. Yeah, niggas is up in it now though, but we ain't doing the Metro.
When's the last time you took the train?
Last time I took the train was a while. It's been a while.
I'm not gonna lie, I took the train a couple times last
Me
time
and
I
the
was
train,
there.
I got personal. I used to get light on the train and shit for cash and shit. So with me and the train, when it comes to the train, I take that shit personal. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that because I get like a whole different thought. You feel me?
Yeah, last time I was on the train, I was really thinking to myself, like, am I too good for this now? Like, is
Nah,
this?
you
is
never
this,
too good for the train.
Am I not safe
If
on
shit
here?
gets sticky, I'm on that train. Best believe it or not. I know the whole city subway. You could drop me off anywhere in the city. Once I see the train, it's over.
Right.
I'm gonna find my way. That's one thing about me. I was doing that shit for a while. Not too crazy, but I used to leave school to do that shit. Like, you feel me? Hell yeah. So I don't be trying to like really be on the train and shit. Like, I don't really like that shit.
I used to have a lot of pride in like knowing the subway routes and like which trains weren't running at what time and which train to take to get to which train to get there fast as fuck. You know, having lost that feels kind of shameful. Like I wish I still had that knowledge.
From New York City?
No, but I moved to Brooklyn 2004 and stayed there till like 2010. So I had a nice little run.
Yeah, it's not that you will learn that shit quick, right?
Yeah. Well, it takes a lot of work. Yeah,
What
I was
part of Brooklyn?
Bushwick.
Oh my! Went to school over there on Knickerbocker Ave. You heard?
Knickerbocker. That was where my post office was. I had to walk like 2 blocks over there. It's actually, you know what's weird is when I'm watching the documentaries about 6ix9ine and shit, I'm like, bro, that's exactly where I live, where he grew up.
Shout out Money Man. You say, yo, he was up in Bushwick with that Blicky like he 22 G's. You heard? Facts.
Yeah, I didn't even really like think it was a rough area at that time. But then like when I left, they were telling me like, you know that park right around the corner and shit, they sell hella heroin out there and shit. Like, in New York days, they wouldn't have said hella.
You been laid out in this spot. You heard shit get lit in the town.
Yeah.
What?
I thought people were just tired and shit.
My mom's and them told me the 90s, 80s, that era was crazy. People would be sleep dead on the floor like off that shit.
That's the other thing that's changed so much in New York is that there's just cops everywhere.
It's cops everywhere. Only thing that's good now though, the bud legal now, so it's more vibes out there. It's like it's vibey. I ain't gonna lie, it's vibey.
That shit is trippy as fuck. Like last
There's
time,
a lot of people out there and they smoking.
we were staying in Williamsburg and we'd be smoking a blunt on the side of the street and like 2 cops would walk by and I'm just getting like my old reaction of like, you gotta hide it, you gotta stomp on it, you gotta tuck it somewhere.
You gotta stomp or eat. They might have to eat the spliff.
Yo, the
cops.
cops.
Times niggas ain't have to eat the weed. You heard?
Oh yeah, for real. The cops didn't look happy about the fact that they had to just keep walking. You know, like they look like they kind of lost something there. Like we used to always have this one thing that we could harass you about all the time, and now that's gone. They didn't like it.
Yeah. So yeah, that you were saying. Yo, see, that's how I know you on timing, bro. You said the right shit. That was the excuse to pulling niggas over and searching in cars. Like
Always.
nigga, we chilling, bro. Y'all ain't got no reason to pull us over and search now. So just leave everybody alone, man. Everything gonna be alright.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because we're talking about the gentrification shit, but then at the same time, I feel like in Brooklyn, it's like the street shit never been wilder than it is recently, or at least you know in recent memory. You think that those are related in some way? That somehow like the gang shit has gotten worse in reaction to the area changing so much?
Yeah, cause certain people. I mean, you could say that. Yeah, cause if this person can't afford to live here, he gotta go. He forced to move down where he probably ain't supposed to be at. You feel me? So now he probably gotta walk with a firearm. So when he see these guys, he blowing at them off the rip.
Is everybody just getting like pushed
Getting
further
pushed
east?
Either. Yeah, that's eventually what's gonna happen.
Everybody gonna have to live in Brownsville.
Certain neighborhoods. Nah, I ain't gonna say the Ville. You're funny.
They can't all live there?
I ain't gonna say the
No.
Ville. The homies, they Gucci in the Ville, but it's just like, yeah, they gonna get pushed to the outskirts. Feel me? Like all close to the stadiums and shit like that. That's gonna be where the gentrification really gonna come in. So Flatbush per se, that's why Flatbush getting gentrified because it's close to the Barclays Center like that. You feel me? So they gotta gentrify it so
Definitely.
get more sales and shit could make sense over there.
When you look back at yourself coming up and making music and stuff, like how different do you feel about your mentality now? Because you know now you're just so much more of an adult, having these experiences, really working on a career. Whereas like you know you're young as fuck making that music, you're probably not even thinking about like the long term of trying to really make it as an artist. Where you were just thinking about you know just sort of boasting and like doing this as like a way of sort of stunting on your neighborhood or some shit, right? Like what
That's
do you?
a fact though. That's a fact. Like I learned a lot. Like definitely over the last, I've been signed for about 3 years now. You feel me? It was definitely like a change in the mindset, I'm gonna say, over time and shit. At first, it was more some stunting shit. Not really stunting on my mans, like OD trying to stunt on the ops. Now it's just more some, nigga, I'm worried about my family. I don't really care about niggas type shit. I'm worried about what we got going on, you feel me?
Right, because I mean, like,
Because if you lose track of that, worrying about what other niggas got going on, I realized that.
yeah, because I mean that makes so much sense to you when you're young in New York City, right? Like that you're gonna have problems with people.
Yeah.
You want to like you know figure out who's the top dogs, who's gonna be the big dogs. But then you know you get older,
When
you start
realize
thinking about your
can't keep up,
family.
you in trouble. Once you realize you can't keep up, you're in trouble. That's where the trouble starts.
Right.
Now you got yourself in some shit you can't get yourself out of.
Yeah.
That's really what happened to the young niggas. That's why you gotta just be smart, learn from other niggas' mistakes and shit.
How old are you now?
23.
23.
Yeah.
So you're still pretty fucking young to have had this much experience doing grown man business.
Yeah, basically type shit.
Definitely. When you look back at the Kodak thing, when that came about, like describe how you first even heard the idea of that. Was that through Orlando at first, or
Yeah.
you already knew Kodak, or?
Nah, I heard of Kodak, like we listened to his music, but Orlando definitely put the word in type shit. Shout out to O. You feel me? And shout out to Yak too. You feel me?
Right. So, what was that like the first time you met him, or the first time you started speaking about working together?
It wasn't too different because I was locked up in Miami, but it was different because it's like, yo, this a rich nigga, like, you feel me? Rich young nigga, like, you feel me? I could learn a lot from him type shit. So.
Because he had already like fully made it at that
he
point,
made it,
right?
so it's like, I really just got to learn what I could learn from bro, like, as much as I could, you feel me? Just work. That's really what it is. Don't look for no handouts, just work and just, yeah, really just work. That's really what it is. Never look for a handout and shit like that. That's really where niggas be going wrong and shit. Looking for too much handouts and shit.
Because like you already had some poppin' music at that point, but you feel like that's when a lot of people in New York really started to treat you different because Kodak's name was just so big.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. Definitely could say that because that's how it is with all the other rappers. Once they get the big stamp behind them or the cosign behind them, people believe like, he is what he say he is. You feel me? Especially coming from the type of lifestyle they claim I was living. You feel me?
They claim.
They claim, that's what they say.
Stuff gets exaggerated.
Yeah, they crazy, right?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, one of the craziest things that you must have had to get used to over the past couple of years is that it's super easy to go on YouTube and search up videos about you and about your history and all kinds of shit that's been going on in the streets and everything. It's not just you. They do this to everybody now. How does that feel to like basically get to like sit and like watch like a 10-minute sort of soap opera documentary about your life?
That shit's scary. You know? There's no way they should know what they think they know like that. You feel me? Like, y'all need to just chill because y'all be saying a lot of fake shit on there. And y'all be saying a lot of shit that could get people in trouble sometimes too. Not necessarily me or my peoples, but I'm talking about other cities and shit too. You feel me? Y'all gotta be easy and just chill with that shit.
Yeah.
Streets is the streets, you heard?
And does that ever cause like more problems where you have like issues that come up because this video said that so-and-so did this to so-and-so, and then all of a sudden people in the neighborhood start thinking that that's really what happened or something like?
Nah, hell no. Niggas is still on that type of tip. Y'all bugging. You know? Y'all should have definitely learned from, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't trust the little hood documentaries.
Nah, don't be watching them shits, y'all. That's don't be watching.
Do you ever see anything in
You
that?
better watching the news or something.
Do you ever see anything that really like pissed you off? Like really like fuck, like how could they possibly say this about me and it ain't even real?
Hell, y'all seen some crazy shit. They like, we sacrificed Nick Blicky. Like, what? Should be crazy. Should be weird. Like, don't do that. That shit weird. Cause you don't know how people family feel when, you feel me, deep down inside. We can't do that.
That weird ass sacrifice
like,
shit.
Yeah, like who's the who? What is?
I heard that about a bunch of rappers at this point.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna speak on nothing. Like, I'm not trying to get involved in them type of topics. You feel me?
Right. But okay, to be fair though, I kind of, that rumor probably has something to do with the fact that Nick's mom went on and did like an interview with Upper Class, right? And
I ain't even see that
she
shit.
actually said something like that. Like I don't think she was literally saying that, but
I gotta go watch it. I don't know. I hope not though. Nah, it ain't nothing like that. Like, sacrifice bro to who? Nah, it's not.
right.
Cause if I'd have died, it's like, you feel me? Can't say that.
But okay, and let me know if I'm saying too much, but
Yeah.
there was like a video that came out that basically said that the Nick situation happened with somebody that he used to be really close to at a certain point. You know anything about that?
Nah, that's cap.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cap, yeah.
That's an example of people just thinking they know everything. For sure.
Long live Nick Blicky though.
Long live Nick Blicky, man. That's a sad one.
Even like the I want to address the graveyard shit. That was not bro graveyard. That was some clappy shit. Like, you went to somebody random graveyard. You bugging, homie. Like,
Right.
you tweaking.
That's another crazy fucked up
wild.
thing that all of a sudden
Wild
is
out.
happening.
Bro, why would you go to a random graveyard just to do that? Just to do that? Like, damn. That was stupid, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't gangsta at all. Like, none of the steppers don't think that was gangsta, bro. Like, that was lame. Cause I could just go to a random graveyard and go crazy too. Like, what's that gonna do?
Right.
That ain't really.
It sucks because it's like you wish that people would just have some kind of standard, some kind of line that they wouldn't cross.
Nah, it's like you ain't cross the line. It's like, what the fuck are you doing in the grave? You in a random graveyard.
Right.
What the fuck are you doing? Get from the people graveyard. You feel me? It's not really, we ain't do shit. That's what I'm saying. We like, what the fuck are you doing?
But then, like, you know, like a few people have said this to you already, I guess, but like, you know, I think a lot of people really respected it when Pop died and you paid your respects and didn't have anything negative to say, because, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. Just because you have issues with somebody when they're alive, it doesn't mean that you have to fucking continue, like, just disrespect them once they pass. I think
That's
everybody kind of saw that and was like, 2G's standing on some real shit right there. Like, that's really respectable.
And like I say that too, cause Pop Smoke, he younger than me and shit. So like, those, I look at them as like little homies type shit. Not necessarily little homies, but
Right.
like, they younger than me.
Well, you've been rapping a lot.
Blick too,
You've been
so-
in the spotlight a lot longer than Pop
I've been
was,
here
yeah.
for a while. Like this, I started the style. So when I see other niggas do it, I'm happy for niggas. Like, you feel me? It's just when the dissing and shit like that start coming along, that's where the line get drawn, really. You feel me? But I really don't be giving a fuck about none of that shit. Y'all niggas go crazy, you heard?
Right. Because one thing you can count
Don't
on.
diss me though, cause I got heat for y'all. I ain't gonna, my fault, Adam.
No,
you heard?
it's cool.
Don't diss me though. It's nothing personal. I got pain. I'll go back to the studio and drop some pain on y'all. I ain't playing, you heard?
Right.
Fast.
Yeah, because is that part of the problem, that as soon as you start saying like, oh, I'm not dissing so-and-so, or I'm not going to do this, that motherfuckers take it as weekness and they want to make
that's
it
what they
worse?
take. Nah, I like that shit though, when they take this shit as weakness, because it's like they all get the diss and they be like 10 different hoods. And then I come back with that one smacker for everybody.
Right.
As I always do, you feel me?
See, you must know who's dissing you like even better than somebody like me, because you probably get to actually see the videos that got like 500 views that are trying to come at you and shit,
Like,
and
yeah,
you're
that
just
was
like,
smart. Like that
what
trick
the
ain't
fuck
working
is
no
this?
more. That trick ain't gonna work no more. Like
Right.
the whole diss to get on, that shit is trash. You gotta, even if you do make the one smacker, you still gotta keep making more smackers after that. So it's like, you don't want to come off in that lane. You don't want to, because if it gets too much numbers, I'm gonna diss you back, and I might end your career. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say. So you don't want to come off dissing like that, because I'm gonna diss you back. Seriously. That's how I'm rocking now. I ain't letting nobody pass. Once your shit get a certain amount of numbers and I feel like I'm coming at your neck. So just keep me out of there. I'm doing my own thing. I'm rapping. I'm bobbing.
Definitely.
Fast.
I respect that. Yeah, okay. So at this point in your career, do you feel like you're like a little bit more open to that kind of conflict because you don't live in New York, though? That like, did it seem like more dangerous when you were still like living in that environment every day?
Nah. Actually, it was more dangerous when I was out there. You feel me? But I just really vibed out. I'm chilling. I'm really chilling. You feel me?
Definitely.
I told you I was the last one to move from out there. Everybody else moved and shit. And they was doing all that talking. They really was. That's why I don't be really trying to like. I'm really trying to make these bangers right now. You feel me?
Yeah, because like a lot of people have kind of, you know, even people who were making music when you came out, even people who had waves and shit, you know, they kind of just gave up at a certain
I
point.
watched a lot of people. You see me, I'm the underdog of the city, you heard? Like, any young nigga who hot that come up, they try to compare him to me. But I watch a lot of them go up, drop, go up, drop. You feel me? And it's like, I laugh because they think this and me is going to keep them hot, and it don't work. Because it's the music that matters, you feel me? Music matters more than anything.
Right. But I mean, you probably recognize it though, that you have a lot of fans who really like turn in for the beef related shit.
Yeah,
and they
gotta
don't.
chill.
And some of them,
It's this real life, you heard?
like some of them don't stick around necessarily, like to like when you're just dropping like regular music or whatever. Like, you know, is that?
Oh, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Like, y'all can't stick around for just the diss music only. Like, when we drop that regular shit, we ain't really trying to do the diss and shit for our whole life. You feel me? Yeah, niggas ain't trying to do that. I don't really even diss niggas like that. Niggas really diss me.
It's crazy because
So they keep my name in the pot. Like,
it's like there's really like fans who I don't even think they're like fans of rap music so much, but they're fans of like gang warfare. So like if somebody comes out and makes a fucking song where they say GDK in the song, they have an audience for them right there of people who just want to see.
Yeah, they already did.
They want to see the diss and they want to see what happens afterwards.
Of course. And then this is where like, yeah, everybody just got to chill with that type of GDK shit too. That shit lame. Because it's actually GDs who rappers now. So if they feel away too, it's like this shit could start an all-out war. Like, who knows where this shit could go, bro? You don't want this shit. Niggas ain't turn rappers to be beefing and shit like that. You feel me? So it's like, just chill with all the dissing in the songs and shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Especially dissing the dad. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Niggas be having brothers who niggas be having uncles and shit. You don't like. Y'all gotta chill with that shit. That shit ain't really smart type shit. That ain't street smart.
Right.
That's the type of shit have niggas parking at your crib for you type shit. You feel me?
Yeah, because even like me as a grown ass man, I can't lie. When I see that kind of shit, it does make me like,
It's like
I gotta pay attention because I'm like, yo, man, like real shit happens when you do that shit. You know?
You never heard niggas say, yo, if that was, I don't hear a lot of people say, yo, if that was my brother, if that was my, I would've did da 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 da. So it's like, you don't want to be the person who they talking about. So just chill. You feel me?
Definitely. I gotta tell you that we actually lost out on an interview because of the fact that we are 22G's fans. We had an interview booked with CJ.
Or
And then somebody on the social media team, they posted up
whoa, big
22G's dissing CJ. They just posted about it because it's notable. It's news. You know, we're paying attention. We were all talking about it in the group chat. So they posted it. CJ interview canceled. I didn't know it worked that way. I didn't know motherfuckers were that sensitive.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I ain't have no part saying that, per saying that shit like right there.
Right.
I ain't trying to cancel nobody or nothing like that.
Right.
We could
You would have done the interview if we had interviewed him.
Yeah, why
that
not?
wouldn't be reason to be like, nah, fuck no jumper now.
Oh, y'all ain't got nothing to do with what's going. Like
That's what I'm
saying. It ain't
saying.
even really nothing going on. But I'm just saying, like, y'all ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, you feel me? Facts. Nah, I don't really be on that type of shit. Like, yo, if you do a song with him, you fuck you. Nah, hell no, that's lame shit. That's like 12th grader shit. These
Right.
niggas is probably rappers. You feel me? These niggas probably rapping. They probably like their music. I can't stop them.
Right.
They might double back 2 years later and like how my shit sound. You feel me?
Okay, but
You
when
don't want to just crash out like that.
when you decided to come at him, what was the thought process? Like, because, you know, you coming at a new artist kind of puts more light on that artist. Like, but at a certain point, you felt like you just needed to check him so bad that you just had to do it?
Yeah, I checked him because he really from like if he say how he say he is, he know what's going on in the music loop. So if you really know what's going on in the music loop, then you know what's going on in 22G's and what's going on in New York City. If you say you from Staten Island and you know what was going on. Before you went to the studio and did Whoop-Doo, you knew what was going on. You knew what you was thinking in your head. That's why you used the beat you used, and that's why you said this. That's why you said the mata and shit like that you said. So why not reach out? If you was definitely thinking about 22G's. Cause the whole Brooklyn drill I started. So it's like you thought about me in the studio, but when you got on, you ain't think about niggas.
Right.
That's lame. You already seen what niggas like Boy did. You feel me? Took niggas' whole style already, took the dance, ran with it. You feel me? And you already seen what a whole bunch of other, you already seen what basically a lot of the young Brooklyn drill rappers did. And they dissing niggas on top of that. So it's like, why would you come out your element from a whole nother side of town to do that, bro? And not show love. Like you involved in some type of warfare, some shit. You feel me?
I felt like that song was such a...
And it's gang related. Then when I trying to tap in, you ain't even tapped in. So it's like, bro,
Right.
you cat. Like you might as well have just chilled out. You feel me?
I felt like that song...
But it's all good. Like he do what he do. Like you feel me?
But that song was like a real, like, drill fan song.
Niggas just be
Like,
weird. Like,
he
you
was
feel
just
me?
making like
I ain't
a...
really mad. It's like I can't be tight at niggas. That's how it is. It's the streets. It's New York City, nigga. It's gritty in the city.
Right.
You heard? But it's just like you can't do that, bro. Because if everybody was to get on some straight out ignorant shit, it just everything would go left. Feel me?
It's crazy though because after that, his like next videos after that, dropping the rakes, doing all this crazy ass
like,
shit that we
doing that for,
hadn't
bro.
really seen before, and I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
like-
who told you to double down on this?
I don't really like when they do that because I want y'all to know I'm not the only
Exactly.
person that. If you think you just doing that for me, I ain't even saying I'm a part of nothing. But that you putting yourself in a lot of things. I don't know if you want to do that. That ain't something you want to do.
Because there's people who will shoot you that you have never talked to, that have
don't
never
know.
talked to anyone in
Yeah,
New
that
York,
I
etc.
don't know, that you don't know,
That
we
will
don't,
shoot you for
I
that
don't
in
know.
a
I
bunch
can't
of
tell
different
them, stop.
states.
Yo, he's from my city. None of that, bro. So y'all continue that lame shit if y'all want to. You feel me? We don't go out dissing nations and shit like that.
Yeah.
When you hear me on songs, I say names and shit like that. You feel me? I don't diss nations and shit. That's kind of lame. And that's dangerous, you heard? That ain't street smart. If you a stepper, you know that's stupid. And then you putting yourself in videos. Nobody ain't gonna miss you when they spinning. They can't miss you when they spinning. How they gonna miss you? They just seen you. You had 600K on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, that had me worried. I was just like, bro, this is not a good idea. It's not
Nah,
long-term
not saying somebody
plan.
had that, but it's just like that's how it is. If you're
Yeah.
gonna be dissing, you can't be slipping. You feel me?
Definitely.
Shit come with money. That whole shit, you gotta have money to be doing shit like that. You can't be just outside, just lagging, and you think you're gonna be talking crazy about everybody, their homies and shit. Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
It's always a nigga that's tougher than you. Just know that. Always.
Yeah. That's a good lesson to learn at some point in your life. You're only 23. It's good that you know that already.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
It can happen to anybody, son.
Who are you a bigger fan of these days, Matty G's or Max the Demon?
Come on, I'm definitely rocking with Max the Demon on that one.
You got that legendary Instagram live arguing
Max,
about it.
Max, real deal. You heard? Ain't no cap in his rap.
You still fuck with him though? He's hard.
Hell yeah, Max hard. Max fire. Max got pain.
He's the only white friend you got.
Well, some real shit when I think about it. Nah, but you know, you my dogs. Adam Black on the low though, but nah, I ain't gonna lie though. I got a few white friends, but Max probably one of the, like, he's black. You heard? Simple. Max is black. Yeah. Simple, yeah. Max cool though, he a vibe, so I fuck with him.
Right. Respect for sure. Would you ever do a celebrity boxing match?
They gotta be paying me a lot of money. I don't really like that boxing shit too much.
You're not a fan of all that?
Nah, cause it's like, unless we like, if we in jail, ain't no options, yeah. But why would I do that? Stupid, yeah.
But if the bread was right, you might think about it.
Yeah, for the money, why not? Niggas fight for free. You see the ops, you gotta fight anyway. So why not fight for money? You heard?
Right.
Facts.
That's kind of the weird thing in rap though. Now is like when people have problems with each other, a lot of times they'll be like, "Let's do a boxing match. If they give me $500,000, I'll fight you."
Go train with Floyd on you.
But then it's like, okay, well, nobody's gonna give you $500,000, so like you still
knock you out flush.
That's not a good excuse for most people.
They gotta pay me a good bag. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very creative way of being a pussy these days.
Boy, you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take the rings off and shit.
That's a fact, man. Y'all gotta come correct. I want niggas to get on some celebrity boxing match, but it depends though. Right. I really want to do a versus though. That's what I'm really trying to get a versus going on. Somebody in the city.
Make it about the music.
That up. Yeah. Show them what's really going on, cause they ain't hearing us, and I don't know what's going on. Like, they starting to tap in though now. Like, the biasness starting to go away. I'm proud of the city about that. You feel me?
You think that you were viewed as too dangerous for a lot of people to fuck with at first?
Hell yeah. Shout out to P.A. Morse.
So you like that's kind of been a long-term goal though for you to sort of like get past that, because you know in New York too, it's like the cops will really slow your shit up too. Like they like, you know, I see it even with grown-ass rappers that are like gang related, that the cops in New York don't let them live.
I never did a show. I did like 2 shows in my whole city, but since I've been signed, I never did a show. Well, I did like 1 show since I've been signed in the whole city.
Right, which would probably be the best show that you could do. It would be New York. You know, you could probably pack a venue, have a fire show in your hometown, and they won't let you do it.
And I ain't been locked up in like 3 years, God forbid, like in the city. It's not like they have me under, like, you feel me? It's like, what the fuck? They ain't never let me rock out. But I got a show coming up though, and I'm gonna show them like it's gonna go smooth, everything gonna go smooth, and it's gonna be no problems, as I've been telling them. You feel me? They just weird. I don't know. The cops, they just want us to be one way. We ain't going for it. We actually elevating this shit.
You're headlining the show, or it's somebody else's show that you're on or something?
Nah, I'm headlining my tour. It's on my tour,
okay,
actually.
it's on the tour.
Yeah, hell yeah, the tour type shit.
Nice.
Cops, they really be hating though in the city. They don't like when the young niggas rap and get up out of here, but it's also because niggas do be kind of dissing and shit.
Yeah, dissing the cops, dissing each other. Yeah, I mean, you can't blame the cops for being concerned. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, just not even letting somebody play a show in their hometown. I mean, that's just
like,
whack.
Yeah, I'm trying to show these people I ain't that no more. I'm this.
Definitely. You were always like a real talented dancer even when you were young? Because I was watching the Blicky twirl tutorial last night.
Nah, I wasn't even on no dancing shit. I used to just really flick the hat up to my head. You feel me? Yeah, type of, you feel me? Get light shit.
Is that where the hat thing that you were just showing us?
Yeah, the hat trick shit I was showing y'all. That's really what all it was. Like, yeah, it's niggas who only got light on the train, never went to battles and shit. I was one of those niggas. Like, I never would battle and shit, but I'll be on that train getting light for money. You feel me? For surely, hell yeah.
Right. Were you part of like a crew doing it, or you just kind of pop up with like one homie and do it?
Yeah, I was part of a crew. I wasn't too deep in the crew because I was mad young. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad young. Like,
but how much money would you make doing that?
Back then, 200 cash for a nigga like me as a young nigga, that's a cash out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
I mean, you could get a 40-hour-a-week job and make like $300.
200 cash, I'll get my new pair of kicks type shit. You feel me?
Right.
Hell yeah, it'd be vibes. 200 cash, get you alone. I wasn't smoking weed though.
Yeah.
So I had money. I played ball too, heavy on basketball.
That'll make the money go away real quick.
What's that? The weed.
The weed.
Yeah,
the weed will burn the money up.
It was over.
Yeah, that's a good point. I tell people that sometimes. I'm like,
yo, mama love money, don't cut it no more.
You don't need to be smoking weed unless you like made something out of yourself in life to a certain extent, because that shit'll fucking drain your paycheck real quick.
Right now, if you were young, I feel sorry for the young niggas now.
Yeah.
Get it?
Wow, the prices are crazy, or?
You gotta, we never even thought about that. Imagine growing up right now, you just started smoking weed eighth is $75. You heard?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know nothing about that.
Back when we started smoking weed, the eighth was 25. So if you got 50 cash, you was in the game. Now if you get 50 cash, you gotta get block work. Facts.
It's really like that?
Crazy. Hell
You
yeah.
pay 75 for an eighth on the
That's
street?
crazy, right?
Out
On
here,
the
that
street.
you pay 75
Nah,
at
not
a
necessarily
dispensary.
80, I'm 75, but I'm just saying, like, it was like that. It's now like where it's getting active now. Shit, 60 again, 65 again. But what, 3-4 months ago, shit was 75 cash.
Damn.
For some good runs. Feel me? Facts.
That's bananas.
Hell yeah. What type of bud you like though?
Shit, I don't know. Just that dark indicas. I just got this. Give me a weed review.
Say that. This look like block work, bro.
You never smoke blunts. You only smoke the
Shit
papers.
smell good though. Nah, we don't smoke the backwoods. Well, not me. Niggas smoke backwoods though. Hell yeah. I'm gonna start getting in tune with it though, cause it be looking cool in the music videos. Hell yeah.
You never smoked a Swisher?
Swishers, yeah, I tried them shits, but I don't smoke them shits.
My New York time of my life, we were smoking nothing but Swishers and Dutches.
We smoking that gumbo though. We heavy on the gumbo.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Got some gumbo on me.
See, that's one thing I'm lacking with. I never have
That
the
gumbo
cool weed
bustin', son.
packages. See, the motherfuckers with these cool holographic
Hell yeah, that shit.
packages.
That's that gas right there.
Yeah, let's
Hell
check
yeah.
it out.
We smoke a lot of that shit.
Oof. Yeah, see, this is loud. This is louder than my weed.
Black boy, especially like black boy gumbo.
Looking at them side by side, I
New
definitely
Jack
feel.
City, black boy. That's the type of shit we smoking. Shit.
Okay, respect. Got the QR code on it and everything. So okay, I seen you had a song with Jack Boy. You're still tight with Jack Boy, even though him and Kodak going through it.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. They brothers. Feel me?
Okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. That's family shit. Don't involve me. Yeah. Cause if me and my brother fighting and the nigga get involved, we gonna turn on him.
You don't think Kodak gonna feel a certain way about you doing music with Jack Boy? Or I guess the song was probably before they had issues, maybe.
I don't know, bro. I doubt it though. Like, nah.
Have you been to Miami and kicked it with Yak since he got home?
Not necessarily to Miami, but he pulled up on me in the A. I've been down there though to Florida and shit. Tapped in with him. That's my boy.
Okay.
Tapped in full blown. We got some new shit coming too.
Nice.
That's my son. Yak a good one, son.
Yeah,
Yeah, I fuck with Yak.
that's a fact.
When I was a young nigga, I ain't had nothing. Yak tapped in with me. You feel me? Co-signed me. Feel me? Fast.
For real. That was big for the.
Shout out Atlantic Records too. I'm really signed to Atlantic Records too. Feel me?
Okay, makes sense. So okay, what are you thinking about in terms of like where you're trying to take your career now? You got a project that you're working on coming out soon, or?
Yeah, I got another tape coming soon. Matter of fact, I got another tape coming. So I ain't even got the name yet, but I got some pain in the cut. You feel me?
Oh, word.
Shout out to Money Man on the LLC too, son. Fuck with you.
For sure. Yeah. What you got like any plans? Like I mean, that's kind of like one thing that I feel like is like a challenge for rappers is that they keep having to like switch their style up and stuff. And like when I was listening to your new music last night and stuff, I was like, oh man, this sounds like fresh. Like you're really getting on like exciting beats, like new flows. Like, you know, like it would be so easy for you to just keep making music that sounds exactly like the shit that you made early in your career. I think that the new shit is super hard personally.
Yeah, it's kind of like just upgrading the sound type shit. Like I'm just upgrading it a little bit more. I'm seeing more, so I got more to talk about type shit.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, when you in the trenches, ain't nothing really to talk about type shit. It's just it's obvious, active, type shit.
Do you ever feel like you might lose some of that influence though if you're just living in like a quiet ass area and stuff? That you...
hell yeah. That's why you gotta always tap in, but don't do too much tapping in, cause that can lead you down the wrong path. You feel me?
Yeah. Like if you were in a shootout yesterday and then you get in the studio, I mean, you probably shouldn't rap about it, but you definitely got something to rap about.
Definitely, but you gotta also have code switch. Like you can't just be not all day with that shit. Like my boy Dada say, not all day. You heard?
Definitely.
You gotta have code switch with that. You gotta know. I know exactly when to drop some drill shit, when to drop some party shit type shit.
Definitely. Is
You
that
gotta know your shit.
Would it be a goal for you in the long term to like not feel like you had to make street music or not talk about sort of like drill related shit?
Oh nah, this is what I like to do though. I'm the Brooklyn drill pioneer. You heard? But I just wish it wasn't so like how it is. Feel me?
Meaning like it's blown out and like everybody's on it, or that it's just too
niggas is stealing
crazy.
Flows like niggas kind of sounding too much alike. Like you feel me? Too much now. It's like a little too much now. You heard? But like all the main people of this shit got their own sound though. That's what I like. You feel me? But as for the young boys coming up, y'all can't just straight go steal a old cat style. Like y'all can't do that. Y'all gotta switch it up a little bit. You feel me?
That's
Just so
a fact.
the people under y'all can have something to do, so we can keep this shit going. You feel me?
You ever
If we
watch
all
some-
stealing each other shit? It's like
You ever watch somebody's music video and like your jaw just kind of drops because you felt like they took your style so much? I'm sure that's happened a few times.
A lot of times. I ain't gonna say nothing, but we know. It's like, it is what it is, my boy.
Pains of being an innovator.
Yeah, you feel me?
That's real.
I ain't no hater. I want all of y'all to get on from this shit. I told y'all niggas that. You feel me? I'm at a good place. I'm at a good space. You feel me? So it's not like I ain't making no money off this shit or none of that. You feel me? I'm sanctioned. I'm good.
Definitely. You fucking with the auto-tune now too, huh?
I'm trying to. That's next. You heard? Because that's what the tree's like. So, you feel me? I need a female fan base. You feel me? So,
right.
I got to tap in with the auto-tune probably. And just more party music and shit like that. More vibes to the music.
Hell yeah.
Less gun sounds and shit.
There was like a whole story that came out basically saying that like a bunch of people associated with you got caught up recently. Big ass indictment came down or something.
Yeah, I seen them saying some shit like that on YouTube or some shit. They just made it seem like it was all one. Like nah, it wasn't no crazy shit like that.
It wasn't as directly tied to shit as they made it sound.
As they made it sound like nah, hell no, y'all bugging. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to hire a lawyer because it's like that's antagonizing. I feel like to me, you feel me?
Interesting.
Yeah, like they wildin', son.
Especially when they're using your name, because
Yeah,
I seen
like,
videos.
why the fuck? Yeah, like
I seen videos that made me think like, oh, 2G's got caught up.
Yeah,
and
like,
then I
they
realized
be
like,
bugging,
oh,
son.
he apparently
I
didn't
don't
have
know
anything to do with this.
That's why I'm starting to think like this shit just be like a big trap. Like sometimes, like it's like, I don't know.
I could feel it. All right. So, anything you want to tell people to look out for? Anything we gotta keep in mind?
New music. I got some new shit coming soon. Stepper's out now. Stepper gonna get stepped on. Me and Yak about to drop some shit. Shout out to Money Man. Stay tuned. Young Blue. Shout out to Young Blue. Shout out to Asian.
You been doing music with him?
Young Blue. Me and Young Blue got one in the cut. You feel me? Shout out to Asian Dog. Me and her got one in the cut too.
Nice.
Hell yeah, I got some pain coming, and I got some pain on myself. Shout out Teddy the Don. Shout out Money Gold. Shout out your Zora. Shout out Ghosty. Shout out Vacaron. Shout out yeah man. Shout out the gang. Free the Blickies. Free the twirlers.
Free the twirlers.
Long live the fallen Blickies. Long live the twirlers, man. Gang shit.
That way. 2G's.
Free the ghost, man. You heard?
No Jumper.
Yes.
Coolest
Shout
podcast
out
in the world.
Too, man. Shout out No Jumper. We
My
going
guy.
crazy.
Go heat up his fucking Spotify or something.
Twirl.
Facts. Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube, Patreon, all that. NoJumper.com if you want to support. Appreciate y'all.
Love y'all. You heard?
Ow.
Good shit, bro.
Appreciate you, man. For real.
That shit was vibe.